What is up, InsideOut? How are y'all doing tonight? So, fist to 5, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week? Fist being 0, 5 being I had the most amazing week of my life. Show me your hands. Personally, out of 5. So, we have a very fun service planned for y'all today. And then we have a message from my very good friend, Parker Mazzola. So first, let's get started with that game. So today we're going to do a small group riff-off. So everybody get into your small groups. Group up in little groups around the room. Everybody make sure you're standing with your small group. Standing up with your small group. Is everyone ready? Is everyone ready for me to explain the rules? Yes? Okay, everyone listen up, because I'm about to tell you how you can get out. Okay, guys, listen up, listen up. So I'm going to have a word on the screen. You and your small group will need to sing a song that has the word that is on the screen within the lyrics. If you take too long to sing the song, you're out. If you repeat a song that another small group has already sung, you're out, okay? Is everybody ready? Is everyone ready? Yes? Okay, let's get that first word up. I'm going to start with you guys. You guys in the front. Freshman girls. We're going to start with the freshman girls. Were y'all paying attention?
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
Okay, you guys. Girls, we're undeniable. I'll take it. Okay, ready? Okay. You guys go. Too beautiful girl. Okay.
Everybody wanna steal my girl.
Everybody want. Okay, senior girls in the back. Come on, don't sell. Okay, senior guys, way in the back. Okay, got it. Y'all ready? Okay. Okay, freshman girls.
Country girl, shake it for me, girl.
I'm sorry, y'all all have to be singing. Okay, freshman girls eliminated. Can we get the next word up on the screen? You guys over here. You've been cut off. Sorry. Okay, ready? Go.
Happy birthday to you. All right, ready? You.
Okay.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Senior girls. Oh, them. Okay. Senior guys. My only sunshine. Okay, good guys.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
Okay.
You, me, we're face to face and we
Don't see eye to eye. Oh my God.
Next up, man.
Oops, guys. Okay, ready? Go.
Do you want to build a snowman? I'm in love with the shape of you.
They already did that. You're out. Congrats, guys. You've been cut off. Okay, next word. Cowboy.
Over there. Yeah, where are we going?
Okay, we'll start with them, I guess.
Cowboy, take me away.
Senior girls. Okay, I'll take it, I guess. Good job, good job. Sus, but okay. Sorry, small group already sang that. I'm sorry, guys. You're cut off. Okay. Guys, it's all up to y'all. I know y'all tried to trick me. It's not gonna work this time. I'm starting with y'all this time. Okay, can we get the next word? Next word, Christmas. This is
Merry Christmas, we wish you a Merry
Christmas.
Rocking around the Christmas tree.
Christmas, I gave you my heart. Senior guys. Good job, good job, good job.
home for Christmas.
Good job, good job.
Simply having a wonderful Christmas.
Good job, good job, good job.
All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth.
Okay, senior girls, let's cook, let's cook. This time is here, time for joy and time for cheer. Okay, senior guys. They already sang that, I'm sorry guys. You've been cut off. Okay, next word. Next word, next word. Star.
Starboy. When you wish upon a star. Wish upon a star.
Guys. No? What do y'all think? In the booth, what do y'all think? Yeah. Okay, guys, listen up. Yell if you think they should stay in. Yell if you don't think they should stay in. Sorry, guys. Take a seat. I don't know. That was pretty polarizing to me. Okay. Okay, ready? Star. Ready?
Starships were meant to fly.
Senior girls. Twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Okay, ready?
Sing it. Shoot, I don't know. Star.
Cut off. You've been cut off. Okay, we're down to the
Junior girls.
Okay, girl power up in here. Okay, let's get the next word up. Baby.
Baby, oh.
Okay, senior girls. Baby on the treetop. Okay, ready?
Baby, you're a fire.
Senior girls. Okay.
Baby, I'm a star.
By Prince. Okay. Maybe I just don't know that song.
Baby, one more time.
Okay, good job.
Hush, little baby, don't you cry.
It's gonna be on. Okay, senior girls. Okay, I'll take it. I'm not biased at all. Okay, ready? 5.
Baby, why you talking to me like that? My baby.
Okay, can we get the next word up on the screen? I think this is a little too easy. Happy.
Happy and you know it, clap your hands. Happy birthday to you.
Senior girls? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're cut. Looks like the senior girls won this time. Now we're going to have Parker Mazzola up for part 1 of our brand new series. Y'all take a look at this video.
What is up, Inside Out? How are we doing today? Guys, there are so many of y'all in here. This is crazy. If I haven't met you before, my name is Parker Mazzola. I graduated from Inside Out like 2 years ago. Are there any Rouse Raiders in the house? Dude, there was no Rouse Raiders 2 years ago, so this is awesome. I currently am a college student at the University of Texas, Hook'em. But when Matt asked me, if I wanted to come out here and speak to you guys, I immediately said yes, because I love Inside Out. I love being a part of it all 4 years in high school. I'm super excited to be back. And I actually get the privilege of starting off a series for us called A Passion Project. And so A Passion Project, we've done this a few times here at North Point. I don't know if we've ever done it at Inside Out, but basically it just gives me an opportunity to come up here and talk to you guys about anything that I think is important for y'all to hear, anything that I'm passionate about from my experience in high school and maybe even in college now. So I'm super excited to do that. I wanted to start off just with two really important things. One, I'm only 18 years old. Are there any 18-year-olds in here? Nice. So I'm not any older than some of y'all, and I'm barely older than the rest of y'all. We are peers, right? I just finished high school. Just because I'm on stage with a microphone, just because I'm up here, doesn't mean that I am above y'all in any way. So I just want this to be a relatable conversation. I don't want y'all to think that I'm preaching at you or scolding y'all or anything. I'm not your parents, I promise. That's for Matt and my mom. The second thing is that, I am not Matt or my mom. The second thing that I think is super important is that you guys know that since this is a passion project, I can't just come up here and start speaking at y'all. Y'all wouldn't care about what I'm passionate about unless you knew me, right? Like, that doesn't make any sense. If some random person on the street comes up and says something to you, you don't really care because you don't know them. And so I want to start off today by telling y'all my story. So I'm going to do that. So my story began, and actually my story began the same way that all of our stories began. It began before I took my first breath, before I took my first step. Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11 says that He has made everything beautiful in its time. He is God. And He, God, has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. So I really want to focus on just that middle part that just said He has also set eternity in the human heart. So my story began the same way that all of y'all's began. God designed me, created me, and He set this thing called eternity in my heart, which basically means He placed a desire and a longing for eternity in my heart. And eternity, I don't know about you guys, but when I was in high school, and even now, honestly, it seems like super ambiguous. It seems super intangible. It's hard to actually grasp. It's a big word. So I just want to give it a simple definition. Eternity just means endless relationship with God. Can y'all say that with me real quick? Eternity just means endless relationship with God. So before we were born, every single one of us in this room, we all had a longing and a desire placed on our heart for endless relationship with God. And then I was actually born. So here was my heart before I was born. It just looks like this. It's just me and God. And then I was actually born. September 29th, 2005, I believe we have a baby picture of me up here. Thank y'all. See, when I did run through, there was no awes, and I felt like I was an ugly baby. So y'all just confirmed that. So thank you. What's funny, though, actually, is I was talking to my parents in preparation for this message, and I was like, hey, can I get some pictures of you guys and me when I was a baby? Because everybody, if you're a mom or a dad, you have pictures with your baby, right? Like, that's normal. And they said they didn't have any of me, which definitely hurt. But then I asked why, and they said, well, they weren't expecting me, and that they were busy taking care of my brother Kyle. So I found out I was a least favorite child and an accident all in one sentence, which hurt. Are there any accidents in here? Any happy accidents? Sweet. Awesome. Any least favorite children? If you're a favorite child in here, then I don't know what to say. I don't know if I like you very much. I actually got a little bit worse for me, though. I then asked them for some more pictures of me a little bit older, and they sent me one. And so for some context here, when I was a kid, I was called Old Man Parky. That was my nickname. So I was like, this is cute. It's a compliment. Like, I was wise, mature. Maybe I don't know, I dressed cool. I don't know. It was a compliment. Later I found out they sent me this picture, and it was because I had a receding hairline. And they like to dress me in a V-neck sweater and khaki pants, and I'm sitting all mindful in my old white person chair. So it was not great. But other than that, it was awesome. I played soccer. I played baseball growing up. I played a lot of video games. Minecraft was huge for me, and NCAA football, which just came back, which is awesome. But here was my heart post-elementary school. It's starting to fill up. You know, as life does, you get some stuff put on there. Y'all, don't judge me, okay? Bruno Mars is awesome, all right? And then I entered middle school, which, as we all know, who are the freshmen in here? Make some noise if you're a freshman. You might already know it. You might not have known it yet, but middle school was just an awkward time for everybody. It just was. It was weird. And it was super awkward for me. It actually, I was really trying to make a good impression to all my friends. I had just moved to Texas in 8th grade. And so I got social media for the first time. I begged my parents. And y'all are going to not want to listen to anything I have to say after I show y'all my first Instagram post. It's bad. Here was my first ever Instagram post. It's a gorilla's butt. And you know I was bad at Instagram because I put a caption and the location on the Instagram post. So this is archived. You will never see it other than right now. Don't take any pictures of it, please. But this was my first ever Instagram post. I challenge you guys. Y'all should go look at your Instagram posts because I guarantee you that they're probably just as bad, maybe a little worse, maybe not as bad. But this was my heart post-middle school. It started to fill up. My life really started to get busy. I really started to find a ton of things that I loved. And then I entered high school, and so as I mentioned just a second ago, I moved to Texas right before high school. So I was only at Texas for, a little under a year before I got to high school. And so I really decided, I said, I miss my Tennessee friends, I miss being in Tennessee, but I'm going to go all in on Texas, and I'm going to have the best high school experience ever, which I'm sure, we all want that, right? We all want the best high school experience. And so I did. I dove in to basketball. I really tried to pursue success in basketball. I played at Rouse. By my senior year, we were a top 10 team in the state. It was awesome. I really started to define myself by how much people liked me. And so I tried to, win some social awards like Freshman Duke. I won that. Prom King, I won that at Rouse. I tried to build myself up with academics and find fulfillment in that. I started, in top 10%. I slowly worked my way up. I graduated at 13 in my class, and I got accepted into the University of Texas Business School. So I really tried my best to have the best high school experience I possibly could. And at the end of high school, my heart looked somewhat like this. And I think a lot of y'all can probably relate to this. On your heart is just covered with things because it's natural, right? We're going through life. You're going to pick up more and more stuff. When you're in elementary, you only really care about, those few friends that you have sleepovers with, maybe that one movie that you like or something. And then in middle school, you kind of get more into social media and stuff starts piling up. And then high school, it really takes over. You get involved in a ton of stuff. And so my life started to get full. And I realized that at the very beginning of my high school career, I really tried to set goals for myself that I thought would give me fulfillment. I found myself saying hey, if I can win Prom King by my senior year, then that means that I will have had the best high school experience. I will have been fulfilled. I will be happy finally. My insecurities will go away. All of that is gone. And I won Prom King, and I realized that wasn't really true. And I did the same thing with basketball. I was like, if I can be good enough to where I can make varsity and we can have a really good team and we can go out a run for state, then, I will feel like I did something. I fulfilled myself. I'm happy now. And we did that, and I didn't feel fulfilled. I wasn't perfectly happy, and I wasn't peaceful. And so then I said, you know what? It's got to be the academics, right? That'll get me somewhere. They always talk about getting a big job, going to a great school. I graduated at a good rank in my class, and I got into a great school. And now that I'm in that school, I'm just sitting here, and I'm saying, well, this couldn't be it. I'm not fulfilled. I still have just so much more chasing to do, I feel like. So I wanted to just start off today asking you guys, has the thing that you said would fix it actually ever fixed it? And don't just think about just your high school career, think about your whole life. Anything, anytime that you said, if I could just have this, then my insecurities would go away. Or if I just dress like them, or I just look like that, then everybody would like me. Or if that person liked me, then I'd finally be cool enough that I could, accept myself. I think we always are chasing stuff, but I think if we're being honest, we realize that the thing that we say would fix it, it never actually does. I think our whole society knows that. That's why we say phrases in terms like, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. We just say that because we know the destination isn't what it was all cracked up to be. It doesn't fulfill us. It doesn't satisfy us. And so this was me after high school, and I'm sure I know because I just lived this phase that a lot of y'all can agree with me that y'all aren't fulfilled by the things that you're pursuing. And so I did a little bit of research, and I dove into this book called Ecclesiastes. And Ecclesiastes is an awesome book. It's one of my favorite in the Bible. It's written by this guy named Solomon. Solomon was around 900 years before Jesus was born. He was super wise and considered super successful in his day and age. And at the end of his life, he writes this awesome book, Ecclesiastes. And he says, basically, he's just reflecting on his life, all the things that he did. And he says this in Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 2. He says, I said to myself, Solomon talking to himself, come now, I will test you with pleasure to find out what is good. Come now, I will test you with pleasure to find out what is good. He's saying, I'm going to go on this adventure, and I'm going to find fulfillment in this life. I'm going to find fulfillment in this life. It's a lot like me in high school. I was like, I'm going to have the best high school experience. I will. I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to pursue all these things to do it. He's saying the same thing. I'm going to have fulfillment in this life. I'm going to have meaning, and I'm going to find it. And what makes Solomon interesting is he has unlimited resources. We'll get to that in a second, but he has unlimited resources and a drive to go make this fulfillment happen. And he tries, and this is what he comes up with. In Ecclesiastes, the rest of chapter 2, we get this long list of stuff that he pursues. He goes through laughter. He goes and seeks the funniest people he knows, the people that can make you laugh in all of the situation. He finds those people, and he surrounds himself with jokes and laughter. He surrounds himself with drunkenness. He drinks wine, and he parties, and he does all this stuff trying to find fulfillment in this. He builds houses, vineyards, gardens, and forests. I don't know if y'all have ever built anything, but I guarantee you none of y'all built a forest yet, because I would know about it probably. He built houses, vineyards, gardens, and forests and tried to find fulfillment in that. He amassed riches and treasures, gold and silver, upwards of $3 trillion in today's currency. For reference, the richest man in the world today only has around 300 billion. Only has around 300 billion. He has 3 trillion. He has way more. He surrounds himself with singers. He surrounds himself with good music, trying to have good vibes. Sex and pleasure. He tries to pursue sinful activities as well. Surrounds himself with wisdom and greatness. He says that he amassed so much wisdom, so much greatness that no one in Jerusalem was smarter or greater than him. He pursued all of these things. Here I was thinking academics, basketball, and popularity was a big chase. He pursued way more than I could ever imagine. And here's what he has to say at the end of his journey. In Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 11, he says, yet when I surveyed all that my hands had done, and what I had toiled to achieve, everything was meaningless, a chasing after the wind, nothing was gained under the sun. A chasing after the wind. I don't know, I doubt any of y'all have ever tried to chase after the wind, but it's more so just exhausting and meaningless. There's no point. Because even if you were to catch up to the wind somehow, I don't know how fast y'all are, and even if you could grab it, you'd look down and you realize there's nothing in your hand. Solomon is saying that that's what his life felt like. He was chasing all these things. He was chasing all this stuff, but it just ended up being wind. He could never catch it, and when he finally did, it's gone. He's saying it's all meaningless. There's nothing to be gained under the sun. So I want to ask you guys, what are y'all chasing right now? If you're being honest with yourself, why do you think it would actually fix anything? When I was in high school, I shared with you guys academics. I chased sports. I chased girls. I chased a lot of stuff. Never brought me fulfillment. What are y'all chasing? And is it actually going to bring fulfillment? And in all honesty, it's kind of probably just bringing you nothing but exhaustion. The bad news is that me and Solomon were right. Like I'm sitting here telling you guys, I wish I could be like, yeah, man, if you're successful in sports, life's a breeze. Or if you do a great job academically, life's a breeze. Or if you have all the friends in the world, life's a breeze. But that's not how it works. Solomon did all that stuff, and he even said that life's not a breeze. The thing is that temporary things, they won't fix an eternal longing. Temporary things won't fix an eternal longing. What I mean by this is if we go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 11, we can see that it says, he has also set eternity in the human heart. Before each and every one of us here were born, he set eternity in our hearts. That's an eternal longing. We can't fill that with basketball. We can't fill that with friends. We can't fill that with academics, money. It doesn't matter. We can't fill it with that. It's an eternal longing that can't be fixed by temporary things in this world. It reminds me of this toy that I used to play with as a kid. I don't know if y'all have ever seen it. Look at this toy right here. Have y'all ever seen this? I used to play with this as a kid. I never did it the right way. I don't know about y'all. I always just tried to shove like the rectangle in the triangle and stuff and see if it would work. It never did. But pretend that our eternal longing, this is our heart, and our eternal longing is our star spot. If I try to fill it with basketball or rectangle shape and I try to put it in there, it's not going to work. It's never going to go in. When I was 6, I tried my hardest. It never worked. Nothing in this world, no pursuit, no chase can fill an eternal longing except for one thing. And the good news is that we've been given that, and his name is Jesus. And in John chapter 10, verse 10, he says this: "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full." So here me and Solomon are sitting, we've tried everything. We've pursued all of this wind. We've chased all of these accomplishments, and we're left unfulfilled. And Jesus is saying, yeah, because you've got it wrong. Temporary things won't fix an eternal longing, but I can fix it. I can give you life. I can give you life to the full. I think we're all after life to the full, and we're all probably honestly tired of chasing and trying to get it. We might give up, but I don't think that we should, because we have the solution right here, and his name is Jesus. And all we have to do is follow him. He says it clearly. He says, I have life and I have it to the full. Just follow me and I can give it to you. And I think we can all make logical sense with this. We understand. And then I think where we get a disconnection is we don't know what it means to follow Jesus, what it might look like. So I wanted to jump ahead to Luke chapter 9, verse 23, which basically paints the picture of how to follow Jesus. Luke chapter 9, verse 23 says, "Then he said to them all," it's Jesus talking to all of his disciples, "Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross daily and follow me." So this, might look a little bit confusing at first, but it's honestly not that hard to grasp. Basically what we have to do in order to follow Jesus is we have to make a decision to rearrange our heart, and then we have to do daily practices of denying ourselves and taking up our cross daily. So as a quick reminder, this was my heart post-high school. It was full of a ton of stuff. It was completely covered, and yet somehow I felt unfulfilled. All I was left with was honestly kind of just exhaustion. And what I did is one day I made the decision. I said, I'm going to rearrange my heart, and I'm going to try to prioritize God instead. I'm going to try to prioritize Jesus, following Jesus. I'm going to make that a priority. And I'm sure y'all be shocked, but my heart stayed the same. It stayed the same. Don't worry. My heart stayed the same. And then through daily practice of trying to deny myself, which means stopping chasing the wind, stopping chasing popularity, stopping chasing success in basketball and success in school, money, worldly accomplishments. I stopped chasing those things. I had to work every day to stop chasing those things. And I also had to work every day to start following Jesus. When I did that, over time, I was able to get to this point in my heart, where God is now at the front of my heart. And I'm not going to sit up here and say, all of my insecurities are gone now. I've never been anxious before. I was literally panicking backstage when I saw how many of y'all there were. It doesn't work like that, but what it does is now when I'm nervous or when I'm anxious or when I'm insecure, I have the God of the universe at the center of my heart to lean on, and there's nothing I can't do. So I have an everlasting peace and an everlasting fulfillment in knowing that. So if y'all haven't heard anything that I've said this entire time, I'm kind of offended, but you can kind of make it up to me by listening to these last two things. One, following Jesus is the way to full life. Following Jesus is the way to full life. Temporary things will not satisfy your eternal longing that has been placed on your heart by God. But following Jesus can. Following Jesus can bring us life and life to the full. And number two, following Jesus is a decision followed by daily action. It is not easy. It is not simple. It is a decision to stop chasing the wind and flip your heart to focus on Jesus. And then every day after that, it is a decision to pursue that same goal of having Jesus at the front of your heart. Before I close us in prayer, I wanted to give you guys one more little story. My parents are at the age now where they don't take us to like Disney or baseball games, they don't really like fun vacations anymore. They like national parks and stuff, which is fine. No knocking on national parks. It's just not for me. So we've been getting into hiking a lot. And it's funny to me because whenever we start hiking, there's always a few things that will inevitably happen. One, we'll start going down the trail. We'll go up the mountain or the hill, and my dad, when somebody walks by, he's always like, "Sup, how's it going?" And then he keeps walking, as I'm sure 90% of the males in this room would do. And then my mom, when she starts walking, she always stops, and the other person that's coming, she goes, "Is it worth it? Is it worth it?" And she stops them and has a 5-minute conversation. And it made me laugh because, of course, the people, obviously, they always give some sense of encouragement. They're like, "Yeah, it's totally worth it. You're almost there. You're only halfway, or you have just a little bit more to go." But I was wondering, like, what if they just said no? Like, they're just like, "Nah, it's not worth it. You should turn around." And I got to thinking, like, would we turn around? Would me and my family turn around? And I think the answer is no, because, we're already halfway up the path. Maybe we just only started the trail, but we've already drove all the way there to get it going. Or, maybe we don't even know that person, so we don't really care what they have to say. But I think that same story applies to here right now, is that y'all are the hikers going up the hill, and we'll call the hill Mountain High School. Y'all are going up this path. Y'all are going up this mountain. You're hiking. And maybe you're a freshman and you just started. Maybe you're a sophomore or a junior and you're, somewhere around halfway. Maybe you're a senior and you're almost at the end. And I'm coming down the hill having completed that hike. And I'm telling you, it's not worth it. The things that you're chasing, the things that you're pursuing, they're not worth it. There's no fulfillment to be found in those things. Same thing with Solomon. Solomon's coming down the same mountain saying, "Actually, I pursued everything that you're pursuing and more. And I'm telling you the same thing, it's not worth it." And Jesus is coming down the mountain. And Jesus is saying, "I died to show you that it's not worth it. I died a death that we all deserve to show you that the end of a human path, the end of my pursuits, the end of my chases, they end in death. That's it. There's no meaning." But then Jesus rose 3 days later to show us that his path, the eternal path, the one that all we have to do is follow, we don't have to chase, that leads to life. And John chapter 10, verse 10 says that it leads to life and life to the full. So y'all are kind of stuck in a situation where you can make a decision. You can keep going up the path and finish high school pursuing what you're pursuing what you're chasing, whatever that may be. And I trust, eventually you'll figure it out. You'll probably be sitting here somewhere like what I am right now telling you guys this. Or you can make the decision to rearrange your heart, to follow Jesus, denying yourself and taking up your cross daily. So thank you guys for listening to me. Let me close us in prayer, and then I can send us to small groups. Dear Heavenly Father, God, I just want to lift up everybody in this room. First and foremost, they're here, which means that they're answering that longing that you have placed in their heart, God. And God, just as I struggled through high school, I'm sure that there are a lot of struggles going on in this room, God. And I just pray that you can lift up everyone in this room. You can talk to them and have them hear what they need to hear. Father God, you sent your son to die a death that we all deserve, to show us that our paths only lead to death and that your path, the good path, leads to fulfillment and life. So Father God, I ask that you can remind us of that, and that when we go into small groups, we can have fruitful conversation about what that might look like. And it's in your son's name that we pray. Amen. Thank y'all for listening. The map will be up here if you need to see where you need to go.